consequences of legalization of abortion happened on Easter Sunday 2013. Attention, abortion was legalized in Coax. Now with legalization in the entire Mexican Republic, violence will grow. Papa lays hands on Angel. Since 14 years ago, the Mexican Angel, 43 years old, married and with children, claims that he is tormented by 4 demons that have not managed to get out. Any of the 10 exorcists in 30 exorcisms he has visited, among them Father Gabriel Amorth, official exorcist of the diocese from Rome for 26 years and performer of more than 160,000 exorcisms. The possession. Angel recalls that it all began in 1999 while returning from Mexico City to his native Michoacan. I felt an energy come into the bus. I didn't see it with my eyes, but I saw it. I noticed him coming up and standing in front of me, and suddenly I noticed a stake sticking into my chest, and then, little by little, the sensation that my ribs were breaking open. The father of 2 children thought he was going to die at the time, but he wasn't. However, his health began to deteriorate. He felt pickets all over his body, had difficulty walking and breathing, as well as insomnia mixed with evil-related nightmares. Since then, she has had braids in which she blasphemes and speaks unknown languages. Doctors, after several tests, X-rays and all kinds of tests, did not find the cause of their problems. Due to his situation, the man who graduated in marketing from the University of Guadalajara has seen how his advertising business has gone bankrupt. After 5 years of suffering from trances, Angel noticed some relief when praying and attending Mass, but still didn't relate his ailments to a possible possession. It was until he attended a conference of a Ukrainian priest at the Church of St. Augustine in Morelia, Michoacan. He told his symptoms to the person who was with him, and he placed a relic on his chest. Angel states that he saw a special light surrounding him and immediately felt that something was scratching his insides. He had a trance. It was 2004 and finally he received a diagnosis. He was possessed. That day, he was practiced the first exorcism. Since then, Angel began to look for exorcists, so he spent several years from exorcist to exorcist. What has happened since Easter 2013? On Easter Sunday in Playa San Pedro, Pope Francis performed an exorcism or a laying on of hands on the Mexican origin of Michoacan. His arrival in Rome was an act of desperation to see if the Pope could perform his miracle. Accompanied by Father June Rivas, being in St. Peter, Angel felt fading, so they put him in a wheelchair. The P. John thought it was the ideal occasion to take him to the sick ward and get him closer to the Pope. When the Pope walked past them, the P. John approached and told the Pope that Angel was tormented and that no one had been able to free him, so the Pope tried to do it. Immediately Angel kissed the fisherman's ring, fell into trance. The Supreme Pontiff put his hands on his head while a roar was heard coming out of the throat of the Mexican, like the roar of a lion, which all present managed to hear, and is heard in the video. Angel recounts that he saw the demons getting little, but they continued there. The Pope failed to get them out, partly because it was something improvised, while there are prerequisites to be able to do it. Facts: in 2 days, the P. June got another try, taking it with the P.A. Gabriel Amorth, who is the #1 exorcist in the church, author of several books on exorcism. Angel lost consciousness during the ritual, and the demons he brings inside began speaking in Latin and Italian with Father Amorth. By that conversation, Father Amorth came to know what he himself declared to the press, namely, that this person is possessed by 4 demons and that possession is a consequence and a sign. As a consequence, that the Mexican bishops did nothing when abortion was approved in Mexico City, and sign of the liberation that Mexico will go through once the dioceses have been freed from the evil that came as a result of the bishops' omission when abortion was approved, and whose direct effect are the murders in Mexico. For every abortion, there would be a murder from organized crime, who among other things make ritual sacrifices and black masses to the Holy Death to obtain protection from the demon in the drug business. The Virgin forced them to speak to the demons. The case we are talking about, that of Angel and his possession, is related to the triumph of the Immaculate Heart of Mary, promised in Fatima, and that is being stopped in his heart outraged by the abortion approved in Mexico since 2007. The demons are liars by nature and did not want to disclose this, but in the exorcisms performed by both Father Amorth and other priests, the demons have been forced by La Sora, the Virgin Mary in this case of Guadalupe, to reveal the causes of possession and of the vomits. They have also revealed the demons that the Virgin of Guadalupe took Mexican land from them in 1531 with their appearance and conversion of the Aztecs, and that now they are trying to turn their influence around. The message Amorth himself explained that it was a particular possession containing a message. He assures that the cause of Angel's possession would be the weak response of Mexican bishops to the approval of legalization of abortion in Mexico City. He affirms that for Angel's liberation and to free Mexico from the violence that shakes him, the bishops have to fulfill certain conditions: the public and national recognition and condemnation of the sin of abortion, act of reparation to Mary for having stabbed a sword in her heart and having seriously offended the Lord for whom she lives, act of consecration and renounced Satan of the entire nation. In this decisive battle against Satan, he added, Mexico has a primary role. Mexico is and remains a Christian nation. The faith of the people is strong, and they will make a decisive contribution to the triumph of the Immaculate Heart of Mary. The liberation of Mexico, marked the P. Amorth, will be obtained once the bishops repent of their grave omission, and once a large crusade is made in which Mexicans consecrate the suffering they are suffering through their personal offering. A particular mention was made of the Basilica of Guadalupe, noting that the Blessed Virgin is very offended that in the city where her presence is, thousands of abortions are being committed. After the bishops make reparation ceremonies and Mexico is liberated, then the abortion law will be repealed in Mexico City, origin of all those evils that the nation suffers. The B. June Riv has commented to various media that it is urgent to begin with a crusade of reparation and liberation in all dioceses of the country, because no effort of the army or the federal police will manage to end the scourge of violence until it goes to the root cause of that evil. While bishops do not repent for their sin of omission, he insists, and Mexicans humbly offer their reparation and suffering, abortion and organized crime violence will continue to grow.